K's, congratulations, Justin. We'll start with Mark to your right here.
Justin, you've obviously had a lot of big games in your career. Where does this one stack up?
It's definitely up there, if not at the top. You know, with everything that is going on, not just on the personal level, but for the team, being in the championship series, and being a one-to-one game the whole way, and being able to go 9, and man, and just everything. It's definitely one of the most satisfying starts I've had in my career.
To your left, Justin.
Justin, can you kind of take us through what was going through your mind, you know, after about the 5th inning? You knew that you could stay, or what you were feeling kind of as the game progressed, because you looked like you were almost getting stronger. Yeah,
you know, I felt really good, really strong early, and then in the middle innings kind of lost my slider a little bit. It was through a couple ones that were kind of flat, but you know, once we got through those, like I think 4th, 5th innings, everything kind of clicked after that, and was just able to make my pitches. And that's kind of what I kept telling myself. I don't try to see the big picture or let myself think too far ahead. It's just be in the moment, make your pitches, and try to execute as long as you can until the manager says you're done.
In the third row, Justin. Mark.
I know yesterday when we asked you about Altuve, you said guys don't hit 350 anymore. Well, guys don't throw 124 pitches anymore. How did you do that, and what kept you going, and what made you so resolved?
You know, I do consider myself an old school type pitcher, and I think Mr. Ryan was in the crowd again today. I noticed that, but I think I've conditioned myself to throw that many pitches. I think early in my career, when things in baseball were kind of transitioning from older school to newer school, I was fortunate to have a manager in Leland who realized that I got stronger as games went on and let me continue to pitch. And you know, I'm thankful for that. And when I got here, one of the first things I did was have a conversation with AJ about how he would like to use me, and he told me that he didn't plan on trying to shorten my leash or take me out early. It was, you know, we would have conversations, and I would be honest with him, and he would be honest with me about how I felt. And really, after the 8th inning, he didn't even ask. I don't think he needed to. You know, he asked after the 7th, and I kind of like probably wasn't the nicest guy to him. Just like, yeah, I'm good. And then there was no conversation after the 8th. It was mine to win or lose.
Third row on your left, Justin.
Justin, it seems like we ask you this after every start. Is this why you came here on August 31st and made this decision? But to pitch on the day that the team clinched the division, to come out of the bullpen in Game 4 in Fenway, and then today, I mean, it just seems like the story keeps getting better and deeper for you and this team.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I envisioned when I made that decision. I mean, when it came down to it, when I decided to say yes, these are the moments that you envision. I mean, you don't envision going 5-0 in the regular season once you get here. I mean, that's all fun and great, but that's not why I was brought here. I was brought here to help this team win a championship, and I'm aware of that, and I'm going to do everything I possibly can. Today was just one step. It was a great game from top to bottom. I'm satisfied with the way I felt and the way I threw, obviously, but you know, same as what you were talking about when I'm pitching. I try not to see the bigger picture. It's one at a time, and I'm pretty tired right now. Honestly, it's pretty mentally exhausting, the playoffs, but that's what it's all about, man. This is after that game is over, and just kind of sitting in the clubhouse and having my teammates come over and say how much they appreciate that effort. That's what it's all about. That means everything to me.
In the back row.
Justin, even going against Chapman, how much confidence did you have in that part of the lineup in that situation to come through in the bottom of the 9th inning?
I mean, I think that's what this team has. It exudes confidence. I think anybody can beat you at any time. And I sat here a few days ago and was asked about Altuve for MVP and why I think he should or should not win. And a few of the things that I expressed, you've seen immediately in 2 games how he can how there's so many different things he can do on the baseball field to help your team win on any given day, whether it's with his glove or his bat or his speed or his mind. All of these things he excels at. And today was an example of how he beat you with his speed and his bat. Yesterday, his glove. It's just so many different things that he does so well. And then Carlos, I can't say enough about what a great player he is. And I think what sticks out to me is how young he is and how poised he is at his age, and how no moment is too big for him. And that's a special quality that goes overlooked sometimes. But no two guys would you rather have, in my opinion, maybe in all of baseball, to come up in that situation than Jose and Carlos.
Right up front here, Mark.
Justin, if you could take two parts to take us through your range of emotions when you watched the relay from Reddick to Correa to Bregman for the out at third, and then Altuve's dash around the bases.
Yeah, I mentioned that to those guys after the game. That's a huge moment in the ball game that will probably be overlooked in the history books. But that's just one of the many ways that this team is so good. Defense and in all facets of it, getting to the ball, getting it in, making a good relay throw, nice tag by Breg. All of those things. I told those guys that was a huge play and kept the momentum on our side. And I know I'm not going to overlook that. And the emotion at the end of the game. There's no describing that. I know I was my heart was racing by the time I got way out there to second base to give Carlos a big high five. I know that.
In the center, towards the back.
2 postseason starts for you in this building. What is that atmosphere like? Today it seemed like they were in it from start to finish, and that's got to get you going throughout the start as you're grinding out there.
Yeah, I try to not focus on it so much, but you definitely hear it. The times I hear it most when I come out of the dugout before the game, like just to warm up. When your nerves are kind of high and you don't really know what's going to happen. I hear them then, and then once the game starts, I really try to just focus on what I have to do. Although when I went back out for the ninth, that was extremely loud. And then during the ninth inning, all those guys, I got to 2 strikes. That was probably the loudest I've heard a ballpark, or close to it. And I've been part of some pretty loud moments. But the way those fans were pushing me to finish that game, or finish the ninth inning and have a chance to win the game. That matters. You get your adrenaline going.
A couple last ones for Justin. Nothing else? Hey, congratulations. That was a great
Thank you.
game.
Thanks.
Tomorrow's schedule at Yankee Stadium.